Hi from the American University in Bulgaria. My name is Elita Ilieva and I'm an admissions counselor. Personally, I'm responsible for the international market, specifically Asia, Africa, and Europe. So let me say, I'm going to stress upon the most important things about our university so that we have more time for questions and answers. So our university has US and EU accreditations. Actually, the American agency is the agency which accredits universities from the high Ivy League. And so our students, upon graduation, obtain double diploma, European and American. Another important thing is that it is a liberal arts university. I'm not sure everyone knows about it. Usually these universities are smaller, and the liberal arts mode of education is very popular in the United States. It's different from traditional universities. We offer a four-year course of education. Our classes are small, and our students can choose two majors and two minors, and two majors means double bachelor diploma, which is really important. And the liberal arts mode of education actually is a prospect curriculum which encourages critical thinking, civil development, leadership. Our students develop those soft and hard skills which make them better prepared for the constantly changing career environment. Let's say in 5 years' time, there are going to be jobs that do not exist yet. So unlike students coming from traditional universities, our students are really better prepared. The classes are small, as I mentioned, so the professors become your mentors, your advisors, even your friends. They know you by name, and there is a personal approach. They help with assignments, with homework, through the whole course of education. So these are our majors and minors. You can combine business administration and economics, or business administration and psychology. So whatever you decide, but by the end of the second year, our students have to finally decide what major they're taking. And developing all the soft and hard skills happens through all these courses, clubs. They're highly encouraged to become members of clubs, and we have more than 30 clubs in sports and business, mathematics, IT, even a musical club, Broadway, which is very popular on the Balkans. And they choose electives, and of course they have their free time, and they have the time to discover and develop interests, talents, skills. They even find out new talents and develop them. Another important thing is that we also offer Erasmus exchange programs, as well as ISEP. We work with more than 300 universities all over the world, even in Japan, which was surprising for me. So our students can go on an exchange program for a semester or two, and this can happen twice during the four-year course of education. So what happens after they graduate? Some of them decide to start working, and some of them have already signed contracts with some financial corporations or different companies. And you can see some of the companies they work for. Of course, this is an example of a few of the companies our alumni work for, or they decide to continue their graduate studies with master's education. So these are the universities they go to. Of course, an example of them. What happens during the studies? It's not only studying. Our community here on campus, students and staff, is very strong. We have students from over 40 countries, and we have professors from over 40 countries. So as you can see, it is a vibrant community. There are different activities, always activities. Students are busy with studies, but also with different events. Being parts of different clubs, they organize events. And something I really need to mention, being a part of a club is important because the club are like mini companies, like startups, and they manage companies, which helps them develop and helps them in their studies. And they organize different work on projects, organize events. They even attract companies. And some of them start up their new companies. Also, there are departments who help them, even the professor help them with the startups. There is a career office which organizes career fair each year and invites, again, different firms and companies, corporations who offer internships and part-time jobs during the studies and permanent jobs after that. They are always busy and they have fun. As I mentioned, we have students from more than 40 countries. We have from Africa, there are few, but expecting more. And these are the events they organize, the international environment, sports, the musical, the TED conferences which take place in our premises. One of the clubs is in American football, and they are also very popular and win competitions, also basketball. So if anybody is interested in applying in the AUBG, the steps are not very complex. One important thing, we require English proficiency test because this is an American university and the language of instruction is English. The application form is, the application process is completely online, free of charge. Candidates just have to register and they have all the list of the required documents. The essay, we usually provide 3 different topics and they choose one of them and write an essay. As mentioned, English proficiency score. If candidates are applying before they complete their high school studies, they have to provide a transcript from the previous 3 years at high school, or if they have completed the education, they have to provide diplomas. Translated by certified translators and notary verified. Recommendation letter, only one, CV, and once they have provided all these documents and they meet the minimum requirements, they're invited for an interview. So this is it. We have 3 deadlines for fall semesters. For international students, I strongly recommend the priority deadline, 15th of January, because there are more options for scholarships. And as my Greek colleague mentioned, the visa requirements. The visa process is time consuming and it doesn't depend on us. So if you have questions, I'm ready to answer.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, we received questions already. I'm gonna have to recap. Yeah, the first question is if the previously studying in English, can we use the medium of instruction in English without upload or submit the IELTS or TOEFL?
No, unfortunately not. I know that in lots of African countries, the English language is the second language, or it's like, and their language of instruction is English in their high schools, but no. Usually the waiver comes for US, UK, Canada, or New Zealand citizens, or if they have studied in one of those countries for 3 years at least, or if the high schools are internationally accredited. They're IB schools, they are schools with instruction who are accredited by Cambridge. So media of instruction letter is not acceptable.
Okay. Yeah, the next question is, can, as you mentioned earlier about the internship and work, so after finish study there, is it possible to do internship and work after finish in Bulgaria?
Yes, that is actually talks about our alumni success. They can start work anywhere. Of course, it depends on the person, on the individual, but I would say 99% of our alumni are really successful. They start work straight after completing their AUBG studies. So the internships through the years, a lot of them go do internships during the summer holiday. They work for different companies, some of them. Others go on summer work and travel programs to the United States. And again, it depends on them how much they're going to earn and if they're going to have funds to cover their next academic year's tuition and fees.
Okay. Yeah, the next question is about the scholarship. What is the mechanism of getting the scholarship and how to apply for the scholarship? Can you explain about the process?
Okay, we have AUBG funded scholarships, a limited number of full scholarships for outstanding candidates, and others up to 40%. They are automatically granted to, again, really excellent students. Once the candidates complete their application, they meet the minimum requirements and offered for admission. The admissions committee and the scholarship committees decide whether and what scholarships they are going to obtain. There is another kind of scholarships, donor-funded scholarships. They are merit-based and fund-based. The merit-based do not require any documentation, but have different conditions. For example, we have donors for students from Albania. So a Bulgarian or African student cannot apply for this scholarship. They're not eligible for it. And they're need-based scholarships. And so the donors again have different conditions, but these scholarships require financial documentation, tax documentation, ownership, and so on.
Okay. Yeah, there is also other questions. Maybe it's gonna be less questions. Are you offering online master's degree program, PhD,
No.
or postdoctoral program?
Education is on campus, no online teaching.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, that's really amazing presentation that many students can
Awesome.
learn about that. And yeah, if there is other questions, definitely you can ask the university directly. Maybe you can share your contact information.
Yes. So you can see my email, or you can find me, or anyone who is interested in applying or who looks for any kind of information, just type AUBG and keywords and it's going to appear.